welcome to Gemstone Tarot, where the birds are very vocal today. I don't know if they're seagulls or not, because it's a bit like foggy. How can it be foggy in March? This is for Tuesday, 10th of March, 2026. Can you hear them? Can you hear them, Val? Val is here. She comes here every day now. She's on the old green. She's discovered, well, that was my green house coat. Do you remember the green house coat? Yeah, she loves it. She gives it the old biscuit, so I've had to donate the green house coat to Val. I know, it is what it is. There is absolutely zero things happening in my street at the moment. It's so boring. So boring. I need to go somewhere with a busier outlook. Anyway, let us hear about a different type of Bible. Let's see though. It's oh my god, I'm not reading that. You'll die of boredom if I read that. Okay. We might have to do bingo instead of Bible. From Bible to bingo. Well, when I went to university, we had to use the King James with the Apocrypha. This was a big deal. Do you have the Apocrypha? Do you not have the Apocrypha? And we had it with the Apocrypha. But when we were at school, we had to use the Good News one. I know. And then when you go to university, the Good News one is very looked down on. I know. Oh my God, that's so cool. Other communities can find their Bible. Gay Christians have read the Queen James Bible. How cool is that? I want that. Kids have the Action Bible. And social activists can choose between the Inclusive Bible and the Green Bible. God. Okay. Bingo. Versions of... I love bingo, by the way. I had to go to the boys' bingo because his school was bingo crazy. I don't know why. Boy went to a very Christian school, actually. Don't know if I've told you that before. As an atheist and coming from a family full of really staunch atheists, I thought best thing to do with the boy is to send him to a really Christian school and see what he thinks. Because then he gets both. I know. But I did a lot of waving my hands at Jesus in the church, which I kind of enjoyed because I do theology, you know. I'm interested and I love it. It was a lovely church. I do love a good church. Anyway, versions of bingo have been played since the 16th century, derived from the Italian game Lo Guoco or Guoccio del Lotto. So that was, I really murdered that. But the popularity of the modern game is credited to Hugh J. Ward, who spotted Canadian soldiers playing Housey House in 1916. Ward started touring the game as Beano because beans were placed on the numbers. And then it got turned into a boxed game. And although Beano was renamed Bingo, a similar game was being played in Europe as Lotto, Housey and Tombola. But the bingo takeover was coming. Now, this is just me, and I'm not judging where you get your bingo, but I don't like online bingo. I think it's an absolute racket. I think it's predatory. I'm not a fan of that kind of thing. I'm talking a couple of times a year, me and the Aries from down the bottom of the road and the fairy godfather, we go to the bingo. We go to what's called Mecca Bingo, which is like you go to the bingo. So all the razzmatazz, all the chicken in a basket, the whole bit, and we just love it. Dabbers, yeah, I've told you before because I've showed you my dabber, haven't I? I had an Elvis dabber, but that bugger doesn't work still. But yeah, I don't know, I got into it, and when the boy was at school, it was massive chocolate bingo. We used to win so many Easter eggs because Easter was big at that school, but so was chocolate, so I could get with that. But then we also used to go to other bingos like Christmas bingo, chocolate bingo. The boy used to come back with, like, festooned with eggs. So, okay, oh my God, this is so good. We're gonna do a few of these and then I'll save them for another day because I love this. This is the bingo call, like, lingo. Bingo lingo. Okay. And did I tell you when the boy was young and I took him, he used to take the piss out of the bingo caller? Yeah, that was not good. He used to have his little voice, because the guy used to go 35 like that, 35. Or, well, I'm trying to think of another thing that he would say. 35, I can only remember 35, 65 I suppose. 65, 35, and then there'd be this tiny little voice, squeaky little voice, 35. And in my family there is a talent for mimicking people's voices really well, particularly in the men. And turns out, I found out the boy has that talent. There's this little 35 in the background. But instead of being received like people laughing, it was... Because we're talking a real village community here. We're talking tumbleweeds. You've got to have lived there for 15 generations. 35. 35. Yeah. And me going, shut up with the 35, shut up. And him going, 35. This is what happens with an Aries. You can't control them. Okay, 1. Blind 1. Is it blind 1? That's not what I've heard. I've heard all on its own, number 1. And I'm going for that one. 2. One little duck. 3. You and me. 4. Knock at the door. 5. Man alive. Some of these I think are wrong. 6. Tom's tricks. 7. God in heaven. 8. One fat lady. 9. Doctor's orders. 10. 10. Number 10. That's true. So when you get a 1 and a 0 or 2 and a 0, it's just 10, number 10, 20, 20. But also a very good bingo caller will have a bit of style and rhythm and do a real like 10, number 10, 20, 20. You know, like that. Let me know your bingo stories. 11, legs 11. There you go. We'll stop there because I'm rabbiting, but love a bit of bingo lingo. I love any lingo actually. Bingo lingo or navy lingo is very good. Get the wets in, ginge. That means get a drink, get the drinks in. I know. Ship's cat. That means I'm booking leave off work. I know. That means you book too much leave off work actually. Ship's cat. I'm booking 10 days leave. Ship's cat. Anywho, oof, lordy. We're going to use a weird one today. We're using the Bohemian Gothic Tarot. Swing! Which is very bohemian and very gothic. And also very expensive. I waited years to buy this tarot until somebody was not being ridiculous with it on eBay. Because people are a bit ridiculous with this tarot. I mean, to be fair, it's gorgeous. But it's one of those where it's like considered rare. You know, this is rare, rare, rare. We're probably going to chance our arm at having a look at the cards on table because they're gorgeous. So I want to spoil you with the artwork. Now, I did get that one in reverse, so I'm going to put it in reverse. But I'm also going to show it to you in the upright. In the upright. Oh God. This is where the table is not actually... Hang on. Big technical shift here. Yeah. We can get there. Diddling, 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 diddling. Aren't they gorgeous? Right, this one. It's the only one that came out in reverse. And it is, I mean, God, haunting, these cards. Haunting. Look at that freaking devil face. Can you actually tune into that? Come on. Come on, camera. Good camera. Oh, dear. Right, devil's in reverse. And I felt very strongly about it. Which isn't always the way. But I did on this one. So, devil in reverse. I like that this is in the reverse. It feels timely and it feels the energy that we've been in lately, which has to me felt quite gothic. I mean, it could just be because most of the time in the UK the weather looks like this, you know, but at the same time, I don't know. It's something to do with Neptune. It's something to do with something that I can't put my finger on. We can't always put our finger on things, but we can acknowledge that it's like it. So, some kind of, I'm going to say toxic-ish energy is swing, passing out, moving through. Jog on, cheery bye. And then we have the Fool, but it's not like getting the Fool in a kind of background that's yellow and it's sunny and it's like zippity-doo-dah, I'm off to the bingo, yibbity-dibbity, and the dog's like, don't go to make a bingo without me. It's not that, it's more of a, okay, it's time I acknowledge something, or it's time I took the leap, not literally, please. But you know what I mean, it's got that oof kind of energy about it. By the way, I'm going to do pick a card soon. Can you leave your suggestions in the comments? Thank you. Just came into my mind. So, new beginning, but not how we know it, because it's in the middle of Mercury retrograde and there's just some deep shit going on at the moment, let's face it. I love this Knight of Cups card. I love all the lamps and stuff in this. Can we get that? Yes. Just the lamps in the background. I mean, love me a bit of stonework. Love me a lamp in a castle. I mean, so gothic, isn't it? And so gorgeous. So we've got the Knight of Cups, which is some kind of offer. I'm getting in my head, or love or otherwise. So we'll go with that. It's love or otherwise. And I mean love, it could be friendship, it could be romantic, whatever. Love or otherwise. Page of Pentacles. Everything slow. Slow, slow, slow. No rushing, because we're in heady times. So don't get carried along. And then this absolutely gorgeous, I mean, is it a knight wearing a tiara? I mean, this is it, isn't it? King of Swords, that's it. He's wearing a crown on top of his armour. Sorry, King. I don't suppose he'd want me to be saying, do you like my tiara? But actually, I do love a tiara, you know me. King of Swords. Action, swift and deft and uncompromising. It's a lot, but I like this trajectory. Leave me a comment, leave me your bingo stories. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.